Although grief is a normal thing, it doesn't feel normal because we don't go through it as often as perhaps historically. So when you feel like you're going mad, it's hard to think this is normal, this is what happens. And it's nice to have somebody there as well to reassure you and say, well, it's commonplace to feel like that, and be kind to yourself.
I needed the counselling because I lost my husband and my son within 3 months of each other, and I was finding it quite hard going. And I've got a great family and great support with my family, but they don't live close to me. They all live about 2.5 hours away. And I was quite sad, but every time I would call my family, I was sad on the phone. And it got to the point where I didn't want to talk to them about it and make them sad as well. Even though they said it was fine and they were happy to talk, I felt bad. The hospice came to my house to take care of my husband, and the nurses were brilliant and had so much love and respect and looked after him here. And I felt that this is probably just an extension of that. Everyone's been very, very warm and caring and thoughtful, and it's helped. It helped him and it's helped me. There was a lady from the funeral home who had been very helpful, and I spoke to her on the phone, and she recommended trying some counselling, and it was actually her that got in touch with the hospice and asked for yourselves to contact me, and I'm grateful that she did.
Anyone who needs help can ask for bereavement support. We provide the support free of charge. It's available to anybody irrespective of sexuality, race, age, gender and religion. I do believe it's very important that they've got somewhere that they come to, professionally trained volunteers who we can help them to express their grief, to talk through whatever they're saying, that they've got the freedom without judgment to say whatever they like, because we are neutral and we won't be judging.
It's hard because you don't know what to expect and you don't know how it works. You don't know how counselling works, or I didn't know how counselling works. And I suppose I was a bit anxious about what I should or I shouldn't say. But she was really lovely and just made me feel relaxed, and we just talked just about everything, not necessarily just about what had happened about Christian and Jack passing away, but just how I was feeling, what I was doing on a day-to-day basis. She was great because she helped me talk about my son who's here still, Kit, and she asked me how I was coping with him and how he was coping, even though he was receiving counselling from the school. She was great and gave me bits of advice for him and how to manage him.
We can't fix it. Your heart's broken. Can I fix that? I can't fix that. But what I can do is sit down and say, with you, and hear that your heart's broken.
The lady from the Florence Nightingale used to come here after I finished work around 3:30 in the afternoon, and she'd come about 4, and we'd sit in the living room and have a cup of tea and just chat. When she'd finished the session talking to me, she used to come for an hour. She'd say, let's make another appointment. So we'd do it for like every other week. I think she would have come as much as I needed her to. You still get good days and bad days, even though I'm not receiving counselling. You still have good days and bad days, but you can think back and just listen to what they advised, or just listened and just reason with yourself, to be honest. I still find it quite hard to talk now, but I think that's normal. And she made me feel that that was normal.
One of the greatest things I really enjoy as a bereavement listener is when the client themselves, after a time, they say, I feel a lot better now, I can manage. And that gives me a great deal of satisfaction, because it means that I have done my job well, that I've listened, that I've supported them, and that the client feels actually that they've actually now have got a future and a hope. Anybody who's suffered a bereavement and they think, actually, I think I need some help, just take advantage of it and get some bereavement listening support.
I'm glad that I did the counselling because it definitely helped, and I know that if I need more counselling in the future that I can just put my hand up and ask. And everyone's been really loving and caring, and what more can you ask for?